Let's see what we got right here. Oh, this is a good one. And this is something about parenting and a disagreement on what's appropriate and what isn't. This is from, we've talked to this person before, DNO. He says, hello to you, the legendary greatness that is the almighty KFC and the wickedly awesome DT crew. I need to know your thoughts on what happened last night. My partner Jenny's ex was dropping off their son, Tally-ho, Finlay, and he had a right pop at me. The guy's from Britain, so he's going to use...
I have no idea what the fuck's happening now.
He's going to use a lot of British shit that sounds kind of gay, but,
I have no idea what's going on.
He says he had a right pop at me for painting his toenails and told me not to do it anymore. Finlay is 3 and liked having them done. I don't want to tell him no. Society says only girls have their nails painted. I wanted him to be free to express himself and to be who he wants to be. His father compared painting his toenails to giving him a gun. As stepfather, should I respect his father's wishes or stick to my integrity? I hope to also have a female opinion, so I hope Danielle is able to contribute. I know you guys will only, he says, do your Will Smith impression, that you will only tell me the truth. And he says that he loves all of us. We're his real celebrity heroes and has big love from the DNO. So if you didn't get that, the predicament is, and it's a hard one, even I missed this detail earlier. So you have the stepdad who was helping to raise his son and doing things like painting the boy's nails. And then you have dad, biological, who's coming around and saying, don't paint my son's toenails, else they're going to shoot somebody and kill him. You know, that is not, first of all, it's hard to say because I don't know who's doing most of the parenting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is the father in his life? Is he not? That's really hard.
It's hard, but this is what I would do. I would say, listen. And I'm in no position to say this really, I want to hear especially what you have to say about this, Danielle, because I would say that, okay, you know what? It's a rough situation, but you got this boy on your time when you have him and you raise him like you want to. And when I'm raising him and we are in a co-parenting situation, and when I'm raising him, I'm going to do what I feel is appropriate. He might be a biological son, but I'm raising him just as much as you are. I think, baby, what do you do? What?
One thing.
What's up?
Just ask the mom. He's with the mom.
Just ask the mom. Well, you could ask the mom. We don't know what the mom would say, but I'm sure if he's doing it with the mom, then mom is probably cool with it. She sees it.
This is the best advice that I could think of to give is him as the stepdad needs to talk to his biological father. Be like, hey, well, if you don't want him to paint his nails, you need to explain to your son why you don't want his nails painted. Like, that should be your job. Okay. Or, because he thinks it's okay and he's getting mad at me, you need to explain to him as your father. You know what I mean? That's what I would suggest,
No, wrong.
How is that wrong?
because he's not co-parenting with him.
But is he still in his? We don't know if he's still in his life or not.
Well, he obviously is. If the real dad is taking care of the son to the point where he's seeing that his toes are painted, then obviously the real dad is still in his life. The bottom line is co-parenting. It's always hard. Parenting with someone that you're in love with, that you're married with for 30 years, is hard. It's not easy. It's the hardest thing you'll ever do. Now, this is very, very complex.
Would you raise a puppy? You ain't got no kids. How you know
I
this?
have been nannying since I was 14. Listen, and even now, I don't know. I don't know the dynamic. I'm not pretending that I do. I know how hard it is to raise children, though. When you're doing it by yourself, when you're 14, you got 8 of them running around. Anyways, you, my friend, need to look at the woman that you're in a relationship with, the mother of the child. If she is telling you she is okay with you painting the toes and she is okay with whatever you're doing, then it's fine. That is who you owe your loyalty to, and that's who you owe it to. Now, this dad, on the other hand, that's for your fiance or girlfriend, whatever. That's for her to deal with. You're not in a relationship with him. You don't owe him anything. All you owe is what the mother of this child is saying. This man, what he's saying, you take it with a grain of salt, because for him to be telling you he can't paint his toenails, that's kind of shitty. It's not the best.
I mean, okay, but I was a co-parent. My dad, my parents were divorced, so I was raised by my stepdad. I was in the same situation. I'm the kid in the situation. I'm saying from the kid's point of view.
What color were your toenails?
They were blue.
Okay, nice shade.
So I'm saying, as the kid, I mean, no offense to you. I love my stepdad, but my dad was always I wanted my real dad, to be there. That might be the case for your son. I don't know how to explain this, I guess. But so if there was any situation, I guess I would listen to my biological dad more. That was like my hero. That's what I wanted. So he needs to. I'm saying as the son, he might need to hear from his real dad, like, you know, hey, you can't get your nails painted because of this, son, or whatever, or explain why. You know what I mean? That's
but what I'm saying is,
does that make sense? Does that make sense?
It does.
But it's going to be hard enough with him respecting all the wishes of the woman that he's in a relationship with while they're co-parenting on this child, to add this other man who is the real dad. Like, he can't do everybody's wishes. You know what I'm saying? He has to just do what the woman says while he's in a relationship with that woman.
And you know what? I want to see what the chat is saying, because somebody, the Ruthless Wonder, says unless he's going to adopt the kid, he needs to stay off things that clearly need to be decisions for the mother and the biological father.
Yep, I agree 150%.
That's what I just said, right?
In a way, in a more complicated way, but yeah, you know what? I spoke before this and I didn't understand too well, because I kind of agree with you on that. I mean, it's like, because here's the thing. I mean, at what point do you come in? Somebody said this situation like Daddy's Home. He's like the dude that wanted his toenails painted is Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying.
And Will Ferrell's raising him right now.
So let me be clear. You're saying that the stepdad just needs to respect the dad's wishes?
The stepdad needs to respect what the mom's wishes are. And he needs to realize he's not the father, obviously. He's never going to be the father.
But the mother wasn't saying don't paint my toenails. It was the biological dad that was saying that.
Exactly, but he needs to do what the person he's in a relationship with is saying.
The
mother and father are going to not agree 100% of the time either. What are you going to do? Who are you going to decide with? The mom or the dad? Who are you in the relationship with?
I would tell you this much. I go back to what I was saying, because I agree with what you're saying, but this is the only reason why I would 100% agree with you. You got a kid who's torn between a lot of adults right now. And if you think that you can do what's right for this kid, because, I mean, I kind of feel the same. My side of me that says, you need to teach this kid tolerance would say I would probably do what this dad is doing right now. I would do what I think is best for this kid. Yeah. He's not my biological kid. I was like, I'm going to raise this kid to be tolerant of people and not think that painting your toenails is gay, therefore equivalent to having a gun.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do something like that. But at some point, somebody has to concede, I think, because you got a kid that's going to be torn between these people. And at what point are you going to do what's best for the kid? And at what point are you going to do something that you're using this kid as a way to make a statement? I do believe that there needs to be some kind of agreement made.
Yeah, they need to have talk, because, I mean, yeah, you got to respect the dad's wishes. Like, it's a complicated situation. I don't know how much they're in each other's lives, if it's good, if the kid's with them, or if they're...
Man, let me tell you this. Let me make it easy. Shit, everybody's treating this like it's hard. You know what? Paint that boy's toenails and tell him to shut the fuck up when dad comes around. That's all. Tell him to take that shit off when, get some toenail remover, polish remover, whatever. And when dad comes around, say, hey, look, son, don't tell your dad how pretty your toes were earlier.
As long as the mom agrees to it. The mom agrees to it.
Yeah, and she's right. And if mom agrees to it, that's the kid's mom.
Yeah.
You fucking up this child's head, trying to make a statement. Just keep between y'all. Dad, hey, your dad's going to talk shit, and when you're with me, it's going to be a different time. You can get as pretty as you like. You can get as fabulous as you want to. It's that easy. Yeah, unless dad is like this picture right here.
Yeah.
Take that shit off your toes. Somebody said if I tried to paint my toenails, my parents would not approve and whoop my ass.
Yeah, I'm the same thing. Yeah.
Hey, it's a different
It's
time.
just a different time, so I don't know how to answer it.
It's a different time, man. That's it. If you have kids, that's the thing you have to deal with. Because kids today, it ain't like it was back in the day when that shit's hidden. Your kid's going to go to school with Antoine. He's going to be at school with some other other boys out there.
They're not that fat. They're not that
I know. And then
flamboyant at 3 years old.
But your kid's going to be
at 3 years old.
No, I'm saying that at 3. But at some point, your kid's going to go to school. And I've known some 7-year-olds who already knew, like, I am out. Honey.
Yeah.
I looked at a picture that an ex-girlfriend of mine showed me. And it was this boy who was 7 years old. And he took a picture, and he had the gayest fucking pose I had ever seen. I even asked her, I said, how old is this kid? She said, well, he's 12 now. I said, is he gay? And she said, yeah. His parents are really upset because they know where he's going. You can tell, man. And your kid is going to be going to school with some gay kids. And if that kid knows that they're gay, him or she is gay, you're going to have to start facing that shit because there's more out there now. Yeah. It ain't like it was back in the day where it's like, hey, I ain't going to tell anybody. I'm going to keep this shit to myself in the closet. You have to deal with – you're going to have to deal with gay parenting now. That's just how it is. If a kid wants to paint his toenails and put on fucking Wonder Woman underoos and walk around and look pretty, then fine. Just don't, even though dad comes around, just tell him, be a fucking man. You know?
That's it. That's what it is. That's what it really comes down to. The kid just likes getting his nails painted. He don't think it's gay, but the dad's like, "That's gay. Don't do that shit." So it's a different time.
Yeah,
Man. This is a different
just
time.
don't fuck with the kid's head. Let's see what else we got here.
So with that, we have DNO Elliott or DNO Elliott. I don't know. Just watched this personal fave last week, coincidentally, to share it with my 4-year-old stepson, who loved it. It is such a Groot celebration, I guess, great. An appreciation of life through a story about death. Keaton is on top form. Love you guys so much. Ian is awesome here, and with Will and loving the full beard Sammy. I want more Sammy Ain't Seen Shit. Cannot wait for the full Rocky Saga season when Creed OK comes out. Big love, guys.
Making a lot of assumptions, but okay.
Oh, hey, I mean, we might watch all Rocky movies.
7 Rocky movies.
No.
I am ready. Hey, Michael B. Jordan's going to be in the newer one.
I don't
Obviously,
give a
he's.
fuck about Michael B. Jordan.
Oh!
Why does everybody think I care about him? I'm M'Baku all day.
Wait, that wasn't the tone you had
He's
when you did the
fine,
trailer.
but Michael B. Jordan been fine way before Black Panther. It's all about
She
M'Baku.
raises a very valid point.
He's been fine.
But at the same time, you were talking about his shoulders. M'Baku is a big thirst trap. I understand that.
M'Baku is come for me.
Yeah. Wait, in which way?
Find me on Instagram.